Hey guys, it's me, Mark, and today I'm going to be doing another Mark and Mod video. This time I'm going to be modifying the Nerf Alpha Strike Mako RC-6. Now this blaster is part of the Alpha Strike line, and this is essentially a Cobra RC-6 reskin. And what technically this is essentially just a Alpha Strike revolver reskin. So anyways, I'm going to show you how to remove the dart post or modding this blaster. And yeah, here are the things you might need. This wire cutter and a screwdriver, as long as this thing is a long screwdriver like this one I have here. Alright, let's start off modding this thing. But now before that, I just want to say that um, modding Alpha Strike blasters can be easy, but it is a pain in your hands because it usually holds on by clips, which are kind of hard, is a pain in your hand and might be easy to remove as long as you bear with the pain or something like that. And anyways, uh, let's start off with the front. Now these holes here, I already removed some of these. Hold on. I'm not sure if you could see it, folks, but there's those clips there. See those clips there? This is what's holding these yellow parts together. So I'm going to show you how you remove these small clips you see there. And now these clips, these are actually easy to remove when you use the screwdriver, since they have a much softer plastic than these other parts here, which I did on the other holes, which you could see here. That one's just a bit, that one's already removed, and that one's also removed too. Now I'm gonna remove all of these clips so it could be easily removed. Hold on. So after we take off the cover, which is this one here, we could just remove it, and it separates on two parts. And as you can see, I already removed it. And this one is an easier one to remove as long as you have this screwdriver with a uh, long thing, this long metal thing, as long as you have this long thing, yeah, whatever. But anyways, this is the easiest part to remove as long as it's a screwdriver, like I said. While this black part here is quite a hard one to remove since it's a challenging one. Because I'm really having some bit of a trouble, especially this part here, this top part here. I found a way to remove it by trying to create a small gap here on this handle, since it can also be separated in two parts too. By using a screwdriver, I would just wedge that in and remove it. And after I remove it, this would usually separate it into two parts. And I'll show you about it right now. Hold on. Yep, and here it is, folks, all removed. This one is the only first part I removed. And just an advice, removing this one is kinda a bit hard since this thing has a clip here which attaches onto this other one here on this skeleton type grip, and I have to say it really takes a lot of force and wiggles to remove that thing out. Anyways, here's the part where I really get frustrated when removing. It's just this part here, and this part. Now these are both connected one each other. They cannot be removed. They're just a single mold of plastic. And I'll try my best to remove this because I removed this one time, and I removed a clip attachment there because it always kept getting stuck in this thing. So yeah, I'll show you about it later. Alright, here it is, all removed. And if you're wondering how I did it, well, it's quite challenging actually. I tried to jam my screwdriver here, and I lift it up like a lever. And where did I specifically jammed it? Well, it's in this part or region here, this specifically region. Then I jammed it upwards, then pulling it back. But at the same time, while pulling it back, I'm also pulling these tabs up too, or clips or clip holders, as what you call it. And currently, I have, sorry for the background, folks, but there is a rainstorm or a thunderstorm going on outside, and yeah, let's talk about that for a moment. So, like I said, I've wedged my screwdriver and pulling it up uh, outwards, at the same time pulling these uh, clip holders outwards, then pulling it back to remove it. But at the same time, you have to also deal with this priming handle here, because this hole is kind of a bit small and it would get up jammed with this T-shaped priming handle. But that's okay, it's not really a big of a deal, and I could easily remove it, as simple as that. And boy, it was a bit challenging though. And for this one, also an advice, I recommend cutting both this side here. See this, hold on, see these rigid pieces here, folks? That is, cut it off. Yeah, you see a difference there? Yes, that's the reason why I cutted this one off, is to allow great access, because with this thing on, which is on this other side, I mean, what I meant is, which this thing, if I wouldn't cut this thing, uh I would I wouldn't technically, I know, I would have a hard time removing it, because I might require another screwdriver to remove it out, but at the same time pulling onto these clip holders, and it would have been very bad. So that's why I tried to cut one side here, so it could be much easier to remove. So, and I don't have to deal with buying another screwdriver to jam up this thing and pull it out at the same time holding those clips, which is really hard. So, after you remove all those pieces, hold on, those are the pieces there, folks. Here is the blaster itself, the core blaster itself, without all of its parts. And had to be honest, it's very large actually, compared to the Cobra RC-6, because this one, it has a bit of a change in it. First, it doesn't have this. I think the Cobra RC-6 doesn't have this like pointy, some sort of like a angled foregrip esque. I think something like that. It has this thing, and the Cobra RC-6 doesn't have this weird type of shape down here, like a something. But it still functions like a Cobra RC-6, and just does the same thing. So after you remove that, we're going to remove it. There's some clips here. These ones are going to be the easy to remove clips here that I encountered with the Fan QS4, but still you need to require a screwdriver of this kind. And we're going to remove this drum and try to cut down the dart post. So, and also I'm not going to be upgrading the spring, since I'm not sure what kind of spring it has. Maybe it might be a stronger spring based on its appearance, but I'm not sure actually. Anyways, let's remove it right now. Alright folks, once you got this out, this is what it should look like. And had to say that opening this shell is quite hard actually. And in the result, I end up breaking one of the clips, but that's okay, because I'm going to be cutting some of the clips on this thing, so it could be easier to remove, so for some future modding videos. Anyways, um, this is what it should look like, the internals of it. But once you open it, you would usually have all of those, the insides pop out. So better be careful when opening up the shell of this blaster. Okay, like I said, this is what it looks like on the inside. Now let's see how this functions. Now first, hold on, let me put it on my table. Alright folks, hold on, this is how it usually functions. First, you pull this back and you see this notch here. Yes, that notch will pull back down on this large slide here, which will actually rotate the barrel, while at the same time priming the spring. I'll show you that in a minute. Hold on. Oh, yikes! Hold on. So, like I said, it will usually turn. Hold on. Yep. It's a bit snappy. So sometimes my camera would shake because of the snappiness of this thing. Hold on, I'm not sure if I could try doing this. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, get it. Hold on. I'm not sure if you could see it now. Sometimes it would just let go, or sometimes that happens, but it's okay because it's usually easily assembled or something like that. It could be easily assembled or something like that. But like I said, uh, that's what it's supposed to look like in the insides. And now, our main purpose is to remove the dart post, which is our mission here. So this is the barrel. And as you can see, it has that one. This is how it functions. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, that's really how it functions. So our main goal here is to remove the dart post, which is one of our focus here when it comes to modding. So this is how you remove it. First, you use a wire cutter and cut down on these. Hold on. This will take a while, folks, but oh jeez, it's a really hard one to remove actually. Yep, got that one removed. Now let's try the other ones. Hold on. Okay. And once that's out, you repeat it 6 times. And since we've done one, let's go to the other one. Hold on. Oh. Hold on. Oh. I think I've made a bit of a mess here. Hold on. Alright, here's the barrel with all the dart posts removed, and this is what it should look like. And if you had a sandpaper, you can just rub it onto these so the priming rotation would be much smoother. But since I don't have a sandpaper, I cannot rub this right now, and I'm sure I'm gonna have a rough rotation or a barrel rotation. But that's okay, at least it still works. And here are the leftover dart posts. You can just throw it or just save it for later. And sorry about my electric fan on the background. And yeah, you can install it back to your blaster. Alright folks, here's the blaster already modded with no more dart posts. And I also ran into a problem where the drum or the drum barrel would usually have a hard time turning because of those some sort of like a debris or those leftover those those things. Because if I left it on quote unquote on sandpapered, uh, it would usually have a hard time rotating. So I tried finding a way to flatten out these some of the areas back here in the barrel, so the rotation would work smoothly. And I tried using that with this wire cutter, and yeah, it turned out to be great. And just one advice: if you're modding this, also include a sandpaper when it comes to this blaster or any kind of blasters that uses a drum-like mechanism or a drum-like turret, something like that. Anyways, let's put it back together and see the final results. Oh, and forgot some advice. If you're putting this shell back here, make sure you cut these three clip holders here. This mainly this one, hold on, this one, and this one. I want you to cut those things so if you want to mod it again, you don't have a hard time on removing it. Oh, seems like I might also have destroyed one, but that's okay. It's gonna be easy to remove now. So yeah, you can put it in now, and it doesn't matter if you cut this down all. And yeah, like I said, you can put it in now, and we could proceed to my final thoughts. Alright, folks, here's the blaster already modded, and all the dart posts are out, which means that I could put half darts in it. And let's put a small firing test on it, but I'm not going to do a full firing test right now because it's already nighttime and I might disturb the others. So I'm just going to do a small one. Hold on, just gonna be firing 2 shots. Hold on. Actually, I'm just gonna try doing a 3 shots instead of 2 shots because I'm going to be doing some 2 shots for the half darts and 1 shot for two of these tiny quarter length darts, or I call them the tiny darts, but I actually have a new name for them. I call them the slug shots or the slug darts because that's essentially what they do. What they does, I meant. Anyways, let's load it up. Right, I'm going to be shooting down this thing here, this target, and we're going to first use the slug shots. All right, firing. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep, really worked. Now for the half darts. Now this time I'm going to be as far as I can. I'm going to be shooting it in a far distance. Alright, this is my firing. Oh wait, this is another half dart. Another half dart. So yeah, shooting it in 3, 2, 1. Dang, miss. But you know what they say? Close range is sometimes always better. So, what is my thoughts on modding the Nerf Alpha Strike Mako RC-6? Well, had to say it was a challenging success. I could make it accept half darts by removing the dart post and just sandpapering it down, even though I didn't have a sandpaper and I just only used a wire cutter to sandpaper that drum barrel down so it will move smoothly. But anyways, that's my video, folks, and Stay tuned for more of my videos. And had to say, this is actually the longest video I've ever had, around 20 minutes already. Anyways, folks, that's my mark and mod video on the Nerf Nerf Alpha Strike Mako RC-6, and stay tuned for more of my videos, and like and subscribe if you're new, and stay tactical, and that's it. Bye.